Buenas, soy Sever. Estamos en el capítulo número 24 de Final Fantasy XVI. Iba a decir Fire Emblem, no sé por qué. Que también tengo que finalizarlo, joder. Tengo que finalizarlo. Finalizarlo.
What are you making them skies then?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Llevas toda la razón, compañero.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their...
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than... Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us fight.
You believe there's one...
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely.
Vale, otra clase. Ostras, las tierras estigias están avanzando, pero duramente,
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And
Vaya.
amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter.
hay 5
Rosaria
cristales más.
and
Yo
the
pensaba
Iron
que había
Kingdom
4.
teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their... Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing. But pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there...
Albademe cum, sobre todo cum. Por favor, nada de misiones de elevar materiales, por favor. Espera, voy a comprar porciones.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Espada diamantina. Espada de coral. No, vender no. Si los tengo al máximo. ¡Al máximo! Vale, algo que forjar, quizás.
Trouble with your gear, or something Fornian, do you?
5. Lucitor. O Luctor. Lucitor. Sí. Lucitor.
No scratches, right? And
Hostia, mola la espada.
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question of the fallen. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament? But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of them?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would assume.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said. Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is one. Had I the journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Ya, pero quiero subir de nivel con Hipócrates.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Bien, logro. Por haber ayudado a Hipócrates a alcanzar el nivel 5 de sabiduría.
This, I believe you will find most interesting. You wish to study the tomes? The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
No. No. Nada de leer. Algo nuevo. Entrenamiento, desafío, fase. Que es superado con el nivel de equipo y habilidades actuales. Conservarás las recompensas que obtengas de los cofres.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Jill, ¿qué haces con Otto?
Clive, we have a problem.
Vaya.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cashier at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the dead. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they get here in time to make any real, which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Es posible continuar ciertas misiones ahora, vaya. Ayuda a Marta, no sé cuántos. Vale, aquí, después aquí y ahí.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Vale, a ver, quiero ver las habilidades por si lo de Bahamut hay que mantenerlo o no. Ah, esto ataca más. Y esto es un dental lumínico que arrasa con todo a su paso, pero tengo que mantener la habilidad o qué? ¿Tengo que mantener el botón o no?
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
Ah, me he confundido con dónde ir.
I can't take much more of this.
Perdón. No puedo hacer esa misión por culpa de la misión principal.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Acelera, compañero. No puedo pasar por aquí. Así. Odio los acásicos. Son muy fuertes. Sobre todo los que son mini bosses.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Por Julio, cabrones. Ostras, tengo una tercera de esto. De la transformación. Au va. Superación personal. Por haber derrotado a 20 enemigos en estado de superación en combates fuera del modo de entrenamiento.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions.
Wade's men? But where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the...
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their... They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashics snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight...
I will. You two...
Corre! Desir Wade.
My brothers.
Mad dogs.
Ostras, ¿y esta marca siempre ha estado o qué? Pues luz, no es una marca en su... esto. Que uno muerto.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly
Por
try.
supuesto que podemos.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Vaya. Buenísima. Quería esquivarlo de verdad. Hostia.
Fine how.
Comprar pociones. ¿Subo de nivel? No. Sí. Justísimo.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any sheep.
I see you're all in one.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
Quiero comprar.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Quiero comprar pociones. Quiero comprar pociones. Quiero comprar pociones. Quiero comprar pociones. ¿Un mercader por aquí? Sí.
Mad dogs.
Mercader. 4 potis, por favor.
Anything catch your eye? There you go. Thanks very much.
Vale. ¿Puedo teletransportarme aquí? No.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Just patch me up as quick.
Vaya.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Subito chocobo akashico. ¿Te da algo? Jill y Perrete. ¿En serio? ¿Hijo de fruta?
Something's coming.
¿O no un Ironman? ¿En serio?
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Mierda.
Farewell.
Odio al Ahriman de verdad. Joder. Pedazo de ataque. Quita un huevo el mega fulgor, el giga fulgor.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
Ya hemos gastado 2 pociones.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowland. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wound.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are... It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this...
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the...
Well, when you put it like that...
Misión cumplida. Bufanda de los guardias de la llama.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you... Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your... I am Oscar.
Murdoch.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father did... Well, go on, then. It's not for me to... Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you... I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I, and spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what you have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
Venga, es un aliado extra.
Would that really be so bad?
Exacto.
You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much lenience.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle.
No, somos 3 aún en el esto. Onda letal. Que está más cerca esto de aquí. Espera, pociones. Pociones, 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 pociones. Pociones. Por ahí.
Anything catch your eye? Much obliged.
Cid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed.
Although, you're a little late. They left...
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place, but the fact is, I have more immediate...
What did you say to me?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's... And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Hombre, otra vez aquí donde destruimos las mesas y las sillas.
You wouldn't talk like that
Vale,
if
un
it
segundo otra vez. Vale.
had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for... We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to...
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like you're... We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're... And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's...
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos. And the Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place these are cursed skies. Or an entire city for them.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dal...
I hope so.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but have left to smolder. That anger and...
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods,
And if there's one thing bandits like...
What would Sid the Outlaw?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But while it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will count, it may still be possible to make them doubt before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city up.
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandit.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You
play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Está más cerca esto de aquí.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. With you as... Ah, here she is. Conrad, May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings?
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you look...
Well, Conrad? Are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of that a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your...
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
De repente está más oscuro. Mientras hablaba con él había más sol y después ya no.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something.
Es agua caliente.
And we may yet be allowed to
¿Quién
keep
quiere
it.
agua caliente en el desierto?
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest...
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we... And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure... If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to fall...
All right, if it will help to protect my home. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we...
¿Ves? Estas misiones me parecen divertidas, no como las de recoger de estos.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new role. With time, they may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they... all of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to...
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert.
The rest, my friend, the mistakes I concede are high. But if this does not unite...
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other.
Then it will be for us to see that they're...
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
rabid folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Aún está vivo. Buenísima. Dos pociones.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either.
The plan worked, granted it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Come now, Victor. Why quibble over the deep?
We are united. And as for you, Sid, you fight
I'll take that as a compliment.
Misión cumplida. Espera, antes de nada, pociones. Del mercader fue tan lejos.
So, where did you learn to... Bandits may be known. If I leave now, there'll be none to match.
Mummy?
The gentleman of the town guard.
Vale.
Good day, my lord. My thanks. Thank you for your...
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Four left for more on the captain's orders. Only two came back.
You heard what happened in the capital. I can't do it.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection, and protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the
Se
survivors speak
enfadó.
of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air.
Bueno, dijo todas las necesidades.
And perhaps they did.
Necesidades.
What to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
That thing.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
It's all right.
My family.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. And but never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
You're safe now.
Me estaba comiendo unos ricos Skittles. Así que eso. Para no molestar, desactivar el micrófono.
It was all they could do to
Ahora
escape.
tengo sed. Hay viento, pero el molino no se está moviendo. Sí, mira cuánto éter quiero decir.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Should I pry?
Save your strength.
No, no es este. Este es el que los bufa. ¿No? Opa, compañero. Oh no, el tío de la guadaña no, tío. Es que debería poder esquivar con este ataque, que me teletransporto. Buenísima. Bueno, el gigafulgor es la polla.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
De mientras bebo agua.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet.
Qué bien.
There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts, for now at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Misión cumplida.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Cartas por leer. Sobre todo las voy a leer, nunca las he leído.
Clive. Going purse weighing you down? It'd better all be here. Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
A ver.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. You earned this.
El orco del lobo gigante. Las recompensas. Concha espinosa, rosa del desierto, puntos de habilidad 800, meteorito 2, medallón de prior, nuevas recompensas.
All done?
A ver qué es el... ¿Qué es el de esto? Lobo gigante. Incrementa el daño infligido al ejecutar un tetracombo en un 5%. Vaya caca. Vaya caca. Quiero ver si puedo comprarnos un cinturón nuevo colgante. Porque desde hace bastante que no los compro.
Still alive, are ya?
Menos vida pero más defensa.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
1 de defensa. Menos 20 de vida.
It'd better all be here. Is that all?
Mejorarlos.
What do I owe the honor? Well, Sancfordian, dear. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Espero mejorar. He fabricado, pero quiero mejorar.
Yeah, that should do you.
Rosa del desierto, vaya. 24 de vida.
And?
Ele 1 hora, joder. pensaba que no le llevaba tanto. Pues eso, hasta aquí este capítulo. Soy Seguedad y nos vemos en un próximo directo vídeo. Chao.